Good morning, everyone. This is Anna at Jonestead Farm. It is about 6:50 in the morning. Already 72 degrees. It's going to be really warm today, and they're expecting severe storms this afternoon. So let's go down and take a look at the giant pumpkin. And there's Lenny. Good morning, Lenny. This is my giant pumpkin plant so far. It is doing really good. I am going to show you where the two giant pumpkins are growing, how I pollinate those little pumpkins to make sure that they do get pollinated. Okay, this is one of them. It's just growing. If you can tell, it does not have the flower on it anymore. And this has been pollinated or it wouldn't have already gotten this big. Here is the other giant pumpkin that's growing. It is smaller, but as you can tell, it has the bloom on it. The bloom hasn't fully opened up yet. But when you're looking at your pumpkin plant and you want to find the female flower, it's always going to have a little bulb at the end of it. I'll go show you what a male flower looks like next. Here's my plant. I'm going to go over to the male flowers. I already hear little bees buzzing all over the place. The male flowers haven't really opened up this morning. Probably here in a little bit. This is the male flower, and like I said, it hasn't opened yet. But if you notice at the base, there's no little bulb. So that way you know that that is one of the male flowers. So I'm going to pinch off one of these male flowers because there's plenty of them. There's more coming right here. But this one, I'm just going to break off. Here's our male flower. So I'm going to remove these petals. If you see that in the middle, this is what you want to dip down into the center of your female flower that has the bulb on it. And that will make sure that your flower is pollinated. So when this female flower that has the pumpkin, let me get it to where you can see, that has that little pumpkin, when she opens up and she's starting, I will be putting this down inside there, and that pollen will get all down in there. But you want to do this when the flower is completely open. This is the rest of our pumpkin patch. If you can't tell, it's very long. It's rectangular in shape, so it goes all the way down to our creek. And right through here was our first succession planting of different colored pumpkins. At the very end down here, we have some as well. These are supposed to be white pumpkins. In the middle, I have plants coming up. And then right here, these are supposed to be the blue bayou and also the pinkish looking Cinderella pumpkins. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they actually look like in color when they come. We have a little bee already this morning. I have found a very little tiny baby pumpkin for you. You see how that is right there? Little tiny. That's your pumpkin. They are usually going to be towards the very end of your vines. This is this vine. And here are the male flowers. Tiger lilies this morning, blooming like crazy. And over here is my other little pumpkin patch with the sunflowers. We needed to till again. We didn't want to kill them, so we dug them up. dug up the volunteer sunflowers. After he tilled, we replanted them, and here they are. Now they're tiny. They didn't get real tall, but they have tons of blooms coming. These are little bitty. And since they're volunteer, I'm expecting that they were a hybrid because they're coming back a different color than what they originally were last year, and that's fine. They're still really pretty. They come up to a little past my knee. This one bloomed right down on the ground. Had a couple more volunteers come up. And the rest of this bed has been planted with the red, white, and the firecracker yellow sunflowers. And those should get pretty tall. They should be up by September, and that's what I wanted. Remember the flower seeds that I put underneath my trellises? Well, here they are, all bloomed. So pretty. Zinnias mostly. And then over here we have all of the mini pumpkins growing. Here is the giant pumpkin that I planted down here at my sunflower bed. And I'll show you the little pumpkin that's growing. I think I've got 2 on this one as well. Yeah. There's this one. Oops. That one. Small. And we also have one right here. Little bitty thing. This is the second cattle panel trellis with all the zinnias with the morning sun hitting them. And look what we have here, guys. Here is the mini pumpkins starting with their little pumpkins. Look what we got here already. But you can see where they're starting to climb the trellis. The bees are buzzing, buzzing, buzzing this morning. This particular plant here was a volunteer. I don't want to bother the bees, but we already have a miniature white pumpkin growing. It's so cute. Here's the front, just like I'd hoped. There's the giant pumpkin trellis, flowers in the center. Now just waiting for those sunflowers to pop up and make it just a beautiful, beautiful little front garden. We will see you next time on Jonesstead Farm.